Hey, welcome back to another episode of Friday Foods and Facts with your favorite guy, me. So, I have again a business partner on here, Tramar Clay. And we're going to, just discuss some things, some updates, what's going on with the market right now, and just give you some good information. Trey, is there anything that you'd like the people to know?
Don't be alarmed of the market. Marry the house, date the rate.
Hey, I like that. So let's dive a little bit further into that.
Right.
With the marry the house, not the rate. Like for one thing, the rates, right? The rates have been constantly moving, especially with this, this inflation and things that have been going on. And just recently, Fed raised rates again. Um, and then last week we saw a little bit of gain in the market. Well, this past week, the 20-year bonds didn't do so well selling. There wasn't a lot of peak in interest. So what that wound up doing was it wound up pushing rates back up. So it's like a ever living, breathing thing, constantly flowing up and down, up and down, up and down. So with that being said, marry the house, not the rate. And so people are like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, I take that to mean that the house is what's important to you. So acquire the property, not the interest rate. Am I wrong in that? Or
Yeah, that's the rate. That's what I'm telling my clients now. Buy the house, fall in love with the house, and from there refinance the interest rate. You don't have to live with that interest rate. As the interest rates start taking a drop, you need to contact a lender, contact someone, and get that interest rate reduced once it's time for that to be refinanced. So just marry the house, pay that little extra money for a few, months, and as the interest rates drop, refinance. I think that's a good tip that I'm giving my clients, and I'm starting to see more clients actually take advantage of that. I mean, Kyndal, you go and rent a house, $1,700-$1,800 a month, you can still be buying your house. And a
right,
few months down the line, as the interest rates drop, you refinance that. Now your monthly payment is 1,400-1,500. So I'm telling my clients to still buy.
right. No, I totally agree. Because sorry, here I got a phone call. I'm trying to silence the phone. uh, which is it's good. There's more business. That's somebody calling who wants some help. They must have heard something that we did on the radio or seen one of these videos live right now. So
Right,
I'll definitely reach out to them after we get done
right.
here. And with that being said, those of you watching, call the information above or below, or get on the email or get in the application on the website, something like that. Like you could be the next person that we help out, right? But yeah, like you were saying, renting right now, you're spending 1,700-1,800 bucks to rent versus if you were to buy, you could, be paying maybe 1,300-1,400 bucks, or even if it is, 1,700-1,800 dollars, like you were saying, down the road, because we're not going to stay in this interest rate market forever. This is induced by inflation. So once that kind of staves off, interest rates will drop, which I approximate will be roughly 6 months from this point. So roughly like April, May of next year, we should be down into a more normalized market. Where things are in the fours, maybe fives instead of sixes, maybe sevens, right?
Right.
So, like you said, to take the time now to obtain the property. It's a short term situation as far as your interest rate and your payment. But in the long run, you're building equity and generational wealth. So, I agree. Let's take advantage of that right now, especially with this market where it is becoming more of a buyer's market. Um, I
It's
mean,
a buyer's market.
yeah,
I've
we're
definitely seen
using it.
buyers be able to get contracts accepted.
Hmm.
Last year, it was kind of difficult. Like I tell buyers, this year market, take advantage of this market, marry the house, date the interest rate, create the wealth. You could pull equity out of the property. You could refinance. All you have to do is contact your loan officer or contact someone that can get you that information. I'm not a loan officer. I'm not in the finance. I'm in real estate. But I know that even in Detroit market, it's still a lot of equity out there.
1313384.
Yes.
So
See there? Somebody somebody that got a hold of our info. They calling him
right.
now. I'm
The
telling you,
phone is
people,
ringing.
right? It's
This
all
is
the time with us. All the time. This is what we do. So
This
call
is
us.
what's going on. This is Monday through Friday. The market won't. I mean, the phone won't stop ringing. I mean, we're on the radio on Sundays, and it just won't stop ringing. So
Right?
this is what we do.
Yes,
Somebody
yes.
want to buy a house, and I'm ready to help them buy a house. Somebody might need some financing. Kyndal's ready to get them pre-approved. I know you got some program for investors, Kyndal. We had just an investor the other day. I was showing the house the other day to another client. A guy pulled up. He wanted to see the house. I'm like, no, I can't show you this house. This is for my client. I could show you 3 more houses. He liked the 3 houses I showed him. I told him to contact you. You set him up on a pre-approval. He's under contract, getting ready to close.
Yep,
And a multifamily just created general wealth like in 5 days.
Seriously, literally 5 days. Or
5
actually,
days.
it might have been less because it was a Tuesday you met with him, and by Friday I had the application and pre-approval letter out, and they had accepted his offer. So that was 3 days.
Right.
So yeah, it's that easy if you're prepared. It's something that we can get done. And now that same gentleman, his file is out of underwriting. He has a few things that he has to gather for us, and the appraisal's on its way back. Once that's back, we'll be looking to have this guy close next week. So the whole process might have taken less than 21 days, which is feasible, when you have a professional loan officer like myself, and then you have a professional real estate agent like Tramar to get you out to where you need to go and see what you need to see and get your offer accepted. When you're dealing with someone who knows what they're doing, it makes it that much easier. So I definitely recommend taking advantage of our services, putting yourself in the driver's chair and the winner's seat, and we will get you to the finish line. We will get that goal accomplished for you.
Right.
So, but yeah, but we went on the tangent because the phone calls keep coming. About the more back on the marry the house, not the rate, and it being a buyer's market right now. I'm actually starting to see appraisals are starting to come in a little bit lower right now. They're not supporting the top dollar asking price that sellers are putting out there. So that creates more opportunity for you as a buyer to come in and offer a little less, because the houses are sitting longer and the appraisals aren't coming in exactly where the buyer or the seller wants it. So you can't afford to offer a little bit less and your offer be just as enticing, So let's definitely take advantage of that in the market right now. And then let's say you do offer full asking price. And if the appraisal comes in low, that just works to your benefit as a buyer, because now we can renegotiate. Well, I say we loosely, that will be Trey's area of expertise, to be able to renegotiate the appraised value, and get a updated purchase agreement based upon where the house is appraised. So that may save you thousands of dollars out of your pocket because the appraisal has come in at a lower point. So I definitely think that, it's still a time to be aggressive in the market. I mean, I don't know. It's always a time to be aggressive in the markets because, like, in the economy that we live in and in the world that we live in here in America, the American dream is buying a house. So somebody's always going to be buying a house. It's never going to stop. So, like, why not put your best foot forward, be as aggressive as possible so that other people don't get what you want,
Right.
Yeah. What are some other things that you think people can do right now to increase their chances of obtaining a property when it comes to making an offer?
Really shorten the inspection period, because now what making an offer is the buyers have the power.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the sellers still got the power, still getting good offers, still getting top dollars, but you don't have that 10 or 11 offers coming in. You probably have 4 or 5 that's really solid offers. So I always tell my buyers, shorten your inspection period. hire your EMD. That hiring your EMD will show real motivation to the seller that you're really serious about their property. You know, and it's all right to offer just a little over. This is a tip. Just offer just a little over to the seller. Let the appraised value come in, and then renegotiate the contract. So, I mean, the seller's not walking away from a nice purchase agreement at this time. Last year, they had that opportunity to say, hey, I don't want to accept this offer. I'm moving forward with another offer. Right now, if you have your house on the market, I'm sure you want whatever offer that you can get at this point.
That's the truth.
So
People
that's the
out here
truth.
telling something I ain't turning down nothing but McAllister.
But like I always tell my clients, it's still creating equity. It's still creating wealth. I mean, if we go back to that rental part, I rather own a property than rent because the rent is higher than the mortgage payment. So even though it's a buyer's market, landlords, investors are cleaning up on rentals
Yeah,
because
that's the
it's
truth,
inflation.
right?
So they
And it's
clean it
like,
up on those rates.
and like what I'm actually starting to see is inflation gouging. So people raising the prices of things. Yes, it's due to inflation, but they're taking that to the nth degree to try to make a larger profit in the
Right.
midst of this inflation because they know everything else is going up. So like they're trying to leverage that. And with that being the case, I mean, it's affecting everything from, groceries to goods to rent, you know, and it has had an effect on the mortgage market as well, as far as interest rates have gone up. But the beauty of it is once this inflation is over and that goes away and these interest rates come back down, you can jump into a lower interest rate with a refinance. Whereas once this inflation is over, I don't think rent's going to go back down because these landlords have now seen that people are willing to pay and can pay X dollar amount for X space. So why would they decrease what they're going to make when the opportunity is there for them to continue to make what they're making? So,
Right.
like as a buyer, you kind of pull the rug out from underneath them by stepping away from that property and obtaining your own. And then, like you were saying, building equity. As you're making your monthly payments, you're continuing to put equity into your home, which is basically like a bank account that you can access. Like you were saying, taking equity out of the home down the road, maybe using that to buy another property or consolidate debts at a lower interest rate so that you can make more monthly cash flow available for yourself. And that's just amongst a couple of the options of what the equity in the home can do for you. But as you're putting money into it, you're building the equity in your home, making your payments, not building the equity in the pocket of your landlord. And then the housing market typically appreciates. So over time, you're going to be gaining equity. So your housing value, this hand here, and then your loan amount, this hand here, they start here at roughly the same. And then you're making payments, bringing your loan balance down, and the market is improving. So now you're gaining more and more equity at a simultaneous scale. Next thing you know, you gained $100,000 on your house. And
Right.
I don't
And
say that lightly because it's factual. I'm speaking from personal experiences.
that's true. And I know that a lot of people are waiting on the 2008, 2009 like market crash. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Prices are not going to go that low again. That's not going to happen. I think that the government has that really protected, that the market won't dip like that. You're just going to, it's just becoming a buyer's market.
Right,
And
right.
if you are a first time home buyer, you should be taking advantage of this market. If you're a first time investor, you should be taking advantage of this market. If
Yeah.
you just purchased a house and you might have equity in the house that you in, you probably need to be talking to your local lender or calling Kyndal and seeing how you can take that equity and buy a rental property, because you can take advantage. It's all kind of ways to take advantage of this market and gain momentum off of this market right now.
And I'm going to bounce back to something that you just said. Don't call your local lender. Just call me.
All
I'll
right.
get
All
taken
right.
care of.
I'm sorry about that, Kyndal. I am sorry about that.
No,
I'm
it's all
sorry.
good.
I didn't know if you did all the equity and stuff, but yes, I apologize.
No, it's all good, man. I'm just messing with
Yeah,
you.
I
But yeah,
apologize. Yeah,
definitely.
you want to call Kyndal McAllister 248-763-7091.
Right. You heard the man. That's the number. Call it. We'll
Right,
take care of
right.
it.
And we do have a track record
Yeah.
of working together, having multiple clients. All of our first-time home buyers will give you both of us 5 stars. I mean, all of them are in nice, beautiful homes throughout the Metro Detroit area from us. I mean, nice houses that, you know, you would have thought that first-time home buyers shouldn't have, but they are in, you know, very, very, very nice houses.
Right. And that's honestly, that's a testament to you, Trey. Like when it comes to the process, I'm just the facilitator. I tell you how much money you have, what you can afford, and then Trey, you take them out and you find those beautiful properties while I'm just waiting on the phone call saying, hey, the offer's accepted. So like definitely take advantage of this. We have been doing this together for years now. It's not like we just got together, you know, at the beginning of this year. It's been years upon years upon years of us doing this together. So we know what we're doing. We work very well together. We work very well with you. You know, don't miss the opportunity to get with an agent and a loan officer who has your best interest at heart, because I can't emphasize enough how much of importance that is, that myself and your realtor are looking out for you, you know, especially in a market where it has become a little bit tougher for some real estate agents to do business. They are more so looking at that paycheck across the table rather than, you know, how can we help this person? And I think that's somewhere where Trey and I differentiate ourselves, and something that you as borrowers can definitely benefit from, because we're going to put our best foot forward and put our best effort forward to obtain the property for you in terms that are going to be the best for you, not the seller. We don't work for the seller. We work for you, the buyer. And so we're going to do everything that we can to make it better for you.
Sure.
Yeah. So with that being said, it's been a great broadcast. Thanks again for joining us. We'll, you know, let everybody get back to their lunches and getting to work and such. Enjoy this nice weather out here in Michigan. I love that it warmed up today, because it was snowing yesterday and I just couldn't believe my eyes, and it was just craziness. But yeah, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your time, and thanks again for hopping on and tuning in. And we'll be back next Friday with the continuation of this series, and catch us on the radio as well on Sunday on 107.5 around 12 noon. The time does vary depending upon, you know, when we get in. So it's going to be between 12 to 12:15. So make sure you tune in.
I'm willing to show anybody some houses this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to see any properties, you don't have to be pre-approved or anything. Just hit me up. We'll connect you with Kyndal over the weekend. If you want to see any properties, hit me up 248-821-3465. I'm willing to show you at least 2 or 3 properties this weekend.
Yes. Oh, and actually, to that regard, with, you know, getting together with me, I know that I have an online application, and Trey has a partner application with me as well. So you can complete that application either by going on the website listed above, or Trey can send you the application while you guys are out looking at the property, and the information will come directly to me. I'll be able to pull credit. You'll be able to upload documents just by taking a picture on your phone, you know, W-2s, pay stubs, bank statements, driver's license, that good stuff. And it'll come directly to me via a secure portal, which will give me the opportunity to pull credit, see what you qualify for, and then if all is well, I can generate a pre-approval letter. So it doesn't take long. You know, remember the example that we gave, you know, maybe 10 minutes ago. Within 3 days, we had this guy pre-approved and had his offer accepted, and he's in process. And within 21 days, we're going to have this loan closed. Let that be you. All right.
All right. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, and have a good one. And we'll see you next week.